Did you watch the speeches, Steve Kerr, Obama's, Clinton's, Oprah, Kamala? Did you watch any of the speeches?
It's very hard for me to watch.
Okay. So I watched some, I caught some of it, and I was surprised that Kamala's speech wasn't that long. It wasn't like a hour speech. It was 28 minutes or 32 minutes, some short speech that she gave. And so you think about what they have going on. And I listened to Kamala, and she said, I'm going to lower taxes, and Trump's going to raise taxes. The way they spun that, I thought was they get a 10. I know it was just the Olympics. They should get a gold medal for the spin job she did. It was fantastic. Mm-hmm. And then the way they said is, we had the lowest level of border, crossings, even lower than Trump in the last month or something like that, that data that they give. I'm going to fix the immigration issue that we have. And, and this is what, if you want to fix it, you vote for me. And if you vote for me, there's going to be no tax on tips. You're literally watching this. And am I living in the twilight zone? Like, what the hell, you guys? Do they think people don't know what they're doing? Or do they actually think this is like, maybe this is going to work? What are they thinking?
Well, unfortunately, I know a little bit about this because I know quite a number of Democrats. And if you have not escaped their, what I've been calling their cave, right? An analogy to Plato's cave, where you have these shadows projected on the wall and people think they're looking at reality, but they're just looking at the shadows. If you haven't escaped the Democratic cave, then you don't understand that these things are not only wrong, but they're the inverse of reality. And what you're really watching, I mean, the reason I say I have a hard time watching it, and you're saying, am I in the twilight zone, is because if you are looking at sources of information that are not the approved few, then these things are, no reasonable person could say these things. Even a liar would hesitate to say them because they're so far at odds with the truth that it would immediately out them as a liar. But they're really speaking to the faithful. And they're speaking to the faithful in a language that we outsiders can barely understand because it's so obviously nonsense.
But can they win with the faithful? It's like the same way when I don't think Trump can win with MAGA only, I don't think Dems can win with the faithful only.
No, they can't win with the faithful only.
So how do you get independents and libertarians that are reasonable people to say they make sense?
Well, I think there are a couple of tricks. One of the tricks is there are a certain number of people who have one issue that will cause them to blind themselves on all of the other issues. But the other thing is, frankly, I don't trust them. They cheat in every conceivable way that we can see, right? I mean, we started here looking at the nominally independent press obviously editing reality so that Bobby Kennedy couldn't even reach voters who thought incorrect things about him. So they cheat in every conceivable way. And the question is, how far does that go? Do we really believe that people who would cheat in every conceivable way that we can see won't cheat in ways that we can't see? I find that unlikely. So what I've been saying to people is that we have to defeat the blue team, and we have to defeat them so decisively that we get past the cheat margin. We beat them by enough that even cheating would be ineffective at convincing anyone that they had won the election.
Yeah. So for those of you guys that are watching this, let me tell you, these USA hats, they don't stay on the shelf. Every time we launch these, they go in a heartbeat. And by the way, if you're happy about Bobby Kennedy coming out and talking about the endorsement and the support and the corruption on the DNC side, and you love America, you love USA, you may not be somebody that wants to wear some other stuff, but you want to wear a hat that says USA and future looks bright, go to the QR code or go to vtmerch.com, order the USA gear and sport it, especially between now and November 5th. These are exciting times. Again, united.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.